a lot of great hosts. So definitely go check out these shows. Like I said, a part of the X Squad as well. So I respect these guys. All right, so Angry Black Man says his team is the 49ers. Yeah, when the last time y'all been good? Okay, when the last time y'all won the Super Bowl? Yeah, okay, y'all have been the one before the Cowboys. So, and y'all just got Richard Sherman, and you got Jimmy G. So we'll see. We'll come back to you, Angry Black Man, in the future as we get into the season. But also in the chat room, what Jelani says, ABM has a screensaver, Willie beaming on his phone. I don't know what that comment means. It says ABM cheers for Miami Sharks from any given Sunday. Okay, I guess that's where he got that. But so these Cowboys once again making some waves, making some moves finally, and we'll see what happens. So we're gonna take one last break, and then we'll talk about some predictions, some too early predictions going into this year. Also, we'll talk about who we're gonna pick in the draft, and we will be right back. Once again, you're tuned in to the BS3 Sports Show. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you want to join in on the show chat room, we only got about 15 minutes left, but if you want to join in, go on to Spreaker.com, the app, or very simple, go to 2livestewsradio.com. You can join in on the comment in the chat room. Click the box that says write a comment here. I'd love to get your thoughts on what we're talking about, or your hate or love for the Cowboys. So we will be right back. Stay tuned. Hey, what's up, BS3 Sports listeners? If you're trying to look fresh to death, but you're on a budget, dress to impress for less at Prime Ties to Go on Facebook and Instagram. You can get high quality ties, bow ties, cufflinks, handkerchiefs, bracelets, watches, and lapel pins exclusively at Prime Ties to Go on Facebook and Instagram. Get yours today.
Listen up. This is Jay from Sitter Start Fantasy Football, sitterstart.net, and you are tuned into the BS3 Sports Show. Sports talk at its finest by real sports fans.
All right, we are back in the BS3 Sports Show. We're going to be rounding out the show, talking about some predictions, talking about our thoughts going into the draft, and welcome back to the show. Shout out to LaDonna Williams in the chat room. She said, dang, I'm sorry I missed it, but hello. Yeah, we're still on. I should have shared it in my Facebook event that I set up, which I normally do at the beginning of the show, but I just did it about 3 minutes ago. So whoever comes in, thank you for jumping into the chat room on the show. So we have the draft coming up next month. I'm trying to go, and I don't understand what they're doing with it, first of all, because you can't buy tickets. It's some type of lottery system of whoever wins tickets gets to go, and I'm kind of like, that's dumb. Like, just sell the tickets, and whoever buys them buys them. The anticipation is killing me because I want to go, and I'll spend $10 or $20 or whatever. So that was a rant for no reason. But who do you guys think we're going to draft in the first round? We have, I believe, the 19th pick. So who do you see us drafting? I'll start with you, Kevin.
Yeah, so the Cowboys, like you said, on the 19th overall pick, there's a lot of needs that this Cowboys team needs to address, whether it be on the offensive line and potentially getting some depth at the left tackle position, potentially drafting a wide receiver, a tight end to potentially replace, Jason Witten at some point. But honestly, for me, the Cowboys need to address the defensive line. Now, they put a second-round tender on David Irving. Looks like he'll probably be coming back. They've already franchise-tagged DeMarcus Lawrence. He'll be coming back at a $17 million clip this coming year. But the defensive tackle position has left something to be desired for a long time in terms of this Cowboys team's ability to stuff the run in the middle. So I would like to see the Dallas Cowboys go defensive tackle with that 19th overall pick. Ideally, I would love to see us draft Vita Vea, but I think he'll be long gone by the time we get to the 19th overall pick for the Dallas Cowboys, since the guy is rated one of the best defensive tackles, if not the top defensive tackle in this year's NFL draft. So I think defensively is where the Cowboys need to go with that 19th overall pick, because it gives them an opportunity to create some flexibility with bookend pass rushers in David Irving and DeMarcus Lawrence, and an opportunity to plug up that middle when it comes to running the football, because Cowboys can definitely get better at stopping the run going into this year. So when you look at guys like Vita Vea, like I mentioned, will probably be gone at that spot, then you start to look at what else is available for the Dallas Cowboys. A guy like Deron Payne out of Alabama, a Taven Bryan out of Florida, maybe a Maurice Hurst potentially out of Michigan. But I think the Dallas Cowboys need to go defensive tackle with that 19th overall pick and then move on from there.
Okay. And LaDonna, she says defense. Welcome to in the chat room, Tyon Mack. He's normally on the show. We normally do the weekend sports. Appreciate him for coming through. He said Cowboys going defense, secondary. So Tyler, where do you think we're going with this 19th pick?
Yeah, I think with the signing of that offensive tackle today, they probably won't look at O-line in the first round. So it's definitely going to be defense. Only if Calvin Ridley is still not available. Because I really believe that Dallas is ready to move on from Dez. But if he is gone, I think they definitely go to linebacker, because we have an open spot at middle linebacker. I think they would either target Rashaan Evans out of Alabama, or the hot name right now, it's Vander Esch out of Boise State.
Okay. All right, so we have a question here in the chat room. LaDonna says, did we give up picks? If so, how many do we have now? So we did give up a pick in the trade for Jameis Olawale. We sent a 5th rounder. We received a 6th. So I'm going to have to look at that. I don't know if you guys know the answer to that
we have 10
question.
Picks.
10?
Well, no, it's not. I think we do have 10. Because all those compensatory picks we picked up.
Right. I'm going to look it up right now while we're still talking here. But I think, so we've got round 1, number 19. We have, hopefully this website is legit. And it looks like it's going through everyone that could be picked in round 1. So I'll come back to that. Okay, so round 2, we have 1 pick. Round 3, we have 1. Round 4, we have 1. And then I have to look at the rest. But
yeah, it looks like it's 10.
10 picks?
Yeah. Got pick in round 1 at 19, round 2 at number 50, round 3 at 81, the 116 and 137 picks. In round 4, 171 in round 5, 192, 193 and 208 in round 6, and in round 7, the 236 picks. So it looks like a total of 10 picks overall for the Cowboys. So, yeah, right, so got it right on there.
Good. Appreciate that. That's why I have these 2 guys on the show. Very knowledgeable. They know their stuff, and they're able to look it up fast. So, that helps me out a lot, because it's multitasking. People don't understand, you are multitasking when you're doing a podcast. You don't have some guy, most people don't have a guy to say, hey, can you research that for me? Hey, can you look this up for me? Hey, can you turn down the audio? No, I'm all of those, all the above, and I'm happy to do it. Tyon Max says they need all 10 picks. Okay. Okay.
They're going to trade some of them.
We'll use it. We'll use all of them some way, somehow. So don't worry about that. But I'll keep you up to date. But yes, we will. The needs that it says on NFL.com is wide receiver, defensive line, linebacker, and O-line. So you can cross off wide receiver. We unless Calvin Ridley's there, then that's another story. O-line, I don't think that's a need. I think we can do that later on in the draft if somebody's available. D-line, we definitely need. Linebacker, we definitely need. So that goes with that. Now, 2 early season predictions. Will Jalen Smith have a successful year? When I mean successful, is he going to play the entire year? And is he going to eventually be the starter at linebacker? He said that the drop foot is starting to dissipate and that he is starting to not feel that anymore. I don't really know if that's truth or if that's just him speaking things into existence and having faith that he will be better. But I'm going to lean towards no. I don't see him being the starter at some point in time this year. And I'll go with you, Tyler. What do you think about Jalen Smith? Do you think he would be the starter?
I mean, they're moving him to outside linebacker, so he definitely has a possibility to start. I can see him maybe getting, I give him 88 tackles this year.
Okay. All right, Kevin.
Yeah, I think he has to improve his ability to cover out in space. And if he can do that and his health continue to improve, his athleticism is off the charts. I mean, the guy is a freak of nature as an athlete, and I think he can have an opportunity to be successful in this league. It's all going to depend on his health, but I think he can have a successful 2018 NFL season if his health continues to improve and he improves his ability to cover out in space, because we know he can get from sideline to sideline in terms of his speed. It's just whether or not he can cover out in space, and if he can, I think he'll have a successful run. And I think the part that we're missing too is that Chris Richard now is on this defensive staff, the former defensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks. So I think he will have an opportunity to help Jalen Smith get better as a player on the defensive side of the football. And really help this defense overall get much better. So I think he's going to have some better coaching around him and have an opportunity to be much more creative as a linebacker and his ability to cover out in space, because I think Chris Richard is going to do a really good job in helping this defensive football team get better.
Yeah, and to add to that, I'm excited about Chris Richard coming over to the staff. He helped build, and maybe he did all of it, the Legion of Boom, which is no more. It's deceased now. But if he can do anything close to that, I would be happy with it. Now, is the Earl Thomas thing completely done and over with? I don't know. But if we're able to get him onto this maybe around draft time with a draft trade, that would completely flip this upside down again. And do you guys think this is still possible, the Earl Thomas trade? Tyler?
It's there. But I mean, Seattle is asking for a first round pick right now. That's just not happening. So maybe later in the draft they could bite. But Seattle really has the upper hand. I mean, they have Earl for another year or two. They don't have to do anything with him. So I don't see them actually coming down from a first round pick, only because he's still under contract.
Right, true. Now, one thing that is famous with these Cowboys is deadlines make deals. So I don't think they're going to bite at this. I don't think they're going to overreach. But if something is available, and if it's like a second round or a third or somehow package something together. They may do it, but I don't see them biting at this and going head